Ride your Harley around all day. I'm not against you wanting to ride your Harley. I get it. I'd like to go tailgate. I'd like to go ride Harleys around. I'm just trying to get something through your head, man. That isn't what life's all about on this planet in deep space, okay? If the Harley's 5% of what you do, and your kids are 60%, and being successful is 30%, you know, on and on and on, then you're healthy. But when you're 90% entertainment, 90% have fun, you don't exist to the elite. They see you as an animal just using up resources. In fact, the elite openly say you have to declare yourself sentient, declare yourself sovereign, declare yourself not their slave before you even get their respect. I have the Illuminati's respect. I have the New World Order's respect. You don't have their respect. You don't exist to them. You're an animal to them. You're cattle. Do you understand that? And you know what? You do act like cattle. But I will not play the game of feeding on you because that comes right back on me and my soul and my family name. I will not curse my family. But let me tell you, I look at the evil, wicked, servile, narcissistic population and compare you to the technocrats. At least they know what they're doing. I'm going to shut up and go back to your calls. Who's up next from Canada? Marcello in Canada. We're talking about society. That's what you're calling in about. Thank you for calling in, brother.
Hey, it's an honor to speak to you, Alex. Yeah, I just wanted to know, like, because like, there's so much going on in the world right now. There's so much chaos. Like, I want to talk to you about so much, but like, right now there's like major current like issues with our police department in Montreal, and they're like on strike, and they actually.
Hey, but the good news is, you got Burger King moving up there to the corporate headquarters.
About that, get serious. That's like the worst thing ever. But anyways, yeah. So like. What happened was the police department like actually ransacked like City Hall, and like they started a fire outside because like they're on strike right now, and like there hasn't been any really consequences, and every time like people decide to protest, they like were just thrown in jail and slapped with fines. So like I totally don't agree with that. And
no, you're right though. In Spain and in Greece and in a bunch of other European countries the last few years, the police have been on strike and been rioting, and also in France, but not even because they had their pension funds being taken. They were smart enough to see the pension funds being taken from the other state and federal agencies and knew they were next, because they are always invariably next. But yeah, that's very hypocritical of the police to go out and attack peaceful demonstrators like I've seen them do in Canada with my own eyeballs. But then they're more than happy to go out and ransack things themselves. I saw that in the news.
I also want to know, like, because I tried to search Fast and Furious, because you always bring it up, but I can't find it. I only find the movie. What do you mean by that?
Okay, Fast and Furious, and I appreciate your call, was a program started in 2009. They gave press conferences, Big Sis and Holder, about how they were doing a gun tracking program. And then they got caught shipping the guns into Mexico, which was illegal. Then they said they didn't know anything. And then it came out, CBS News got the documents, the reporter published it, then she got in trouble, so she quit, where they said, we're going to do this to blame the Second Amendment. That memo was going out to ATF agents that were very upset. They're like, what are we doing shipping thousands of guns a month into Mexico to drug cartels? These are killing people. And they said, look, it justifies the means. We're going to use this to blame the Second Amendment for the violence. Of course, the truth is Mexico, the real drug cartels have full auto armored vehicles. Goldman Sachs, well, mainly Wachovia and Wells Fargo, if you look at the Bloomberg articles, they ship in the aircraft with the weapons on board, and then they ship out, because you want to make money both legs. The CIA brings American citizens down there for rendition to Mexico, to a Mexican base, and then they load the slaves going to death camps on those and fly them out. Of course, they also load the kids, the little kidnapped kids on those. If you're a new listener and don't believe me, just type in $378 billion laundered by Wells Fargo and Wachovia in a 2-year period. And that article came out 4 years ago. There was a bunch of articles about it. The headline was, Big Banks in Deal over laundering drug cartel money. But then you read the actual deal, There it is, how a big U.S. bank laundered billions for Mexico's murderous drug gangs. Yeah, that's the Guardian, but it's not as strong as Bloomberg report. The Bloomberg report goes off the actual federal deal, and it just shows how they run the aircraft and the logistics, and they got guys in suits and top corporate managers. Imagine, it's a $500 billion a year North American economy. There it is. Banks financing Mexico's gangs admitted in Wells Fargo deal. See, people always say that, hey, there's no planes coming into the hood. They're not laundering billions in the hood. Oh, that's true. No, it's done scientifically. U.S. military bases, C-130s by the hundreds landing per month, cocaine, heroin, and then little kids are put on and flown out on the special flights right to Saudi Arabia. And there's people waiting with pliers to rip their teeth out. But hey, you know I'm an extremist. You're all going to understand soon, won't you? Sorry the show's so scary. Reality's scary. Of course, 99% of the military didn't even know about it. DynCorp, Halliburton, it's come out, they're all involved in the child sex trade as well.
My Magic Mud is a tooth whitening powder that removes plaque and detoxifies your mouth. It's safe for your enamel, giving you a beautiful polish and a dentist-like clean after every use. My Magic Mud is also the perfect remedy for pain caused by sensitivity. It strengthens your teeth and gums for a strong, healthy smile. The ingredients are 100% natural and it's safe for children. Simply brush with My Magic Mud right before bedtime for a cleaning you can count on. Visit mymagicmud.com.
This is Dan Pilla. Do you owe the IRS money you can't pay? Are tax debts crippling you? I've defended people from the IRS for over 30 years. I've helped thousands, and I can help you too. I wrote the book on IRS settlement, and I'm telling you, there's no such thing as a hopeless case. Call 800-34-NO-TAX to finally get free of IRS debt. With the IRS's new programs, there's never been a better time to solve your problem. Call 800-34-NO-TAX. That's 800-34-NO-TAX, or my website, danpilla.com.
Hi, folks. Alex Jones here with some important information. I want to tell you about Matt Redhawk and his team of patriots over at My Patriot Supply. Several years ago, Matt was sitting in his two-bedroom apartment, frustrated with the direction this country was headed and the charlatans willing to sell us out for a quick buck. Deciding to take action, a company run by patriots for patriots was born. My Patriot Supply has never taken a loan or accepted outside funding. They now operate 2 distribution facilities and employ over 50 hardworking American men and women. It is rare to find companies who practice what they preach. And that's why I stock my pantry with high-quality storable foods from My Patriot Supply. Go to mypatriotsupply.com/Alex today for special offers on emergency food storage, or call their preparedness specialist at 866-229-0927. That's 866-229-0927. Do business with someone who shares your values. mypatriotsupply.com/Alex.
Healthy elimination is essential to high energy, a cheerful mood, and prevention of disease. Some of the founders of our modern holistic health thinking state that disease begins in a toxic colon. A toxic intestinal tract is the foundation for virtually all degenerative disease, and a clean and well-moving intestinal tract is the foundation of health.
I just want to say that you folks have an amazing product. I've taken whey protein products for years, and I've never noticed the results I have with your product. I've suffered with bouts of constipation most of my life. Within a few days of taking One World Whey, I noticed a dramatic change. Also, in the past few years, I've experienced symptoms associated with diabetes. I feel horrible when I've had too much sugar, and I've been getting the foot pain as well. But I've noticed in the past week or so, I'm not feeling bad anymore, and the foot pain is gone. I'm just finishing up a 5-pound tub I ordered and just got off the phone ordering more. I love your product. Thank you.
Call 888-988-3325. That's 888-988-3325. Or visit oneworldwhey.com. That's oneworld.com.
If you're a new listener and you're going, what on earth is this guy talking about? I put on screen Bloomberg, we'll put it back on screen, a detailed 20-something page report with links to the government documents, banks financing Mexico drug gangs, admitted in Wells Fargo deal, and that goes back to 2010, 4 years ago, June 28th. Now, I already knew this. I watched this in congressional hearings in 1997. I've watched congressional hearings in 2006 where they admitted that DynCorp and other major companies were caught running rings of kidnapped women and children worldwide. Why do you think you can walk into an Acorn building, famously, and say, I want to run child sex slaves through here? They're like, absolutely. Welcome to the team. Why do you think it's on Infowars.com? The sexual abuse of 1,400 children unreported due to racism fears in one town in England. It's because the basic Labor Party over there with the so-called minorities was running and trafficking with, you know, all these kids, and they don't want it coming out. And they use the minorities as the red light district for kids. And so I'm here covering all this, and it sounds completely insane. I have congressional hearings. I've played them probably 20 times here. Just type in Defense Secretary grilled on child kidnapping. And they admit in the hearing, yes, DynCorp got caught shipping thousands of kids out from one city alone in Serbia. And yes, they were given a fine. They were not allowed to bid in that sector for 1 year. That's a quote. So I'm trying to explain something to you. Don't be so naive anymore. Of course the government was involved bombing Oklahoma City, and it's all come out. Of course they'd do that. Of course they'd shoot black people up with syphilis and let them die of it over 48 years with Tuskegee. Not the whole government. Criminal mafias, eugenics, death cult mafias operating at different strata using national security secrecy to protect themselves and NSA spy grids to find out when good parts of agencies or white hats are about to bust them. Can you imagine what the evil forces were able to do since 1947 when basically the whole government went secret with unlimited money with the National Security Act? Can you imagine the blackmail of Congress that's going on? That's all come out now. The blackmail of Parliament in England, the blackmail in France, the blackmail in Germany. We have a criminal, kleptocratic, global elite of 6 banks owned by less than 20 families who control almost the whole world right now. And you might want to find out what their agenda is and what makes them tick, what their modus operandi is, or mode of operations, their MO. I'll tell you what it is. Go watch my free film online, End Game, Blueprint for Global Enslavement. The film sold 200,000 copies in stores and about 70,000 copies here. I think it's more than that. And guess what I did? It's free, free, free. You can still buy the DVD with the extras if you want to support us. But that's how I financed this operation in the past, was with those films. Then I came to the conclusion there won't even be a future if I even sell these things. So people take it for granted if it's free. Oh, well, he's just giving it to me free. Why do I care if 30 million people watched it online for free? Why do I care if he, sold hundreds of thousands of copies of it, now he's giving it away? I gave it away day one. It's always been free. I just want you to know the truth. I want you to see the globalists in the film, tell you what their plan is, so you understand how evil they are, so we can stop them. People ask, how do you have so much energy, Alex? Hey, let me tell you something. You know about this stuff, and you're normal, you're freaking out. People say, well, why are you still alive? Because I've already basically said everything. If they kill me, it turns me into a martyr, ladies and gentlemen. And there's also a lot of good people in the system that are cheering us on. It's a very small, evil group, and all they need to flourish is that good men and women do nothing, to quote Thomas Jefferson. Second hour coming up. Tim, Tony, Jay, Matthew, Jim, everybody. We're going to your calls straight ahead. I'm fired up. Stay with us. I began to get into iodine a few years ago because it was helping me and my family so much get healthy and detoxify. Most people know that iodine deficiency has been a crisis around the world. Iodine is key to so many of the body's functions, especially the thyroid. I discovered a product being developed by Dr. Group. You now know it as Survival Shield, true nascent iodine that your body can really absorb. Then, about a year ago, he said, listen, if you think this is powerful, I'm going to come out with rare earth, deep earth crystals. And the results that I personally have had have been life-changing. Nobody else has got iodine based on these pure crystals, ladies and gentlemen. This is innovating, and the best part is it helps fund Infowars.com, the radio show, the TV show, the whole media operation promoting true libertarian ideas. For a limited time, experience the ancient power of Survival Shield X2. Take advantage of this unprecedented 30% off Super Detox special at InfoWarsLife.com.